Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Talk Radio.
Thank you, George. Busy show this evening. We're going to try and do an alphabet of callers. So we're going to have the callers calling in alphabetically. Yeah, I know. 0344 499 1000. This, dear listener, is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Sorry, he's trying to cue some music and it's not queued up. Here we go.
They've cancelled Brexit. 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 They've cancelled Brexit.
Yep. That's
They've cancelled Brexit.
fair play. You've got to love that. Thank you to David, who remixed yesterday's shock headline that they have, as we all know, they have cancelled Brexit, and we are encouraging you, dear listener, to remix Brexit. And that's what that sounds like. Thank you, David. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. I was going to kind of come in all guns a-blazing tonight and do something a little bit heavy, but I think we might leave that till next week, if that's all right, because it's been quite a heavy week. So I thought tonight we would dick about, or dick around, as the Spark song goes. And I thought we'd have a laugh. You can call in about whatever you want, as per usual. But, to make things even more difficult for myself, we're going to have an alphabet of callers. So, this is going to backfire terribly, I'm sure. But, because we've got loads of callers now, and we the last couple of nights we've had to turn people away from the door. So tonight we're going to set a challenge for ourselves. I want people to call in alphabetically. Could be a nightmare. Could be a disaster. 0344 499 1000. You can use first names. You can use last names. You can even use middle names, and there will be other cheats around. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We're doing it alphabetically. Why? I don't know. It seemed like a good idea when I was, I got a bit of a chemical high from Nandos earlier on this evening. I got a chemical high. And I thought, oh, good idea! So we'll see. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Alphabetically, please. Should we go to the calls and see if this is going to work? I'm not convinced. Andrea!
Yes!
Oh! Baby, we got our first one!
Yeah, that's so cool. I was just listening on the radio. I was just tweeting somebody.
Oh.
No, it was a cool tweet.
A cool tweet?
Yeah.
Why was the tweet so cool? Were you,
Well, it wasn't trolling.
Oh.
And it was being quite nice to someone.
You square.
Who's having a really hard time. Still square?
You square.
Can I be an oblong?
That's not what Twitter's for, Andrea. It's for belittling and bullying people.
Yeah, but you know, I haven't signed up to that. I'm a newbie on social media.
I have really enjoyed recently blocking and muting a lot of people.
Does it feel? I've never had, well, obviously, no, I hate that obviously basically thing. I've had one Twitter spat since my entrance into Twitter in January.
Yes.
I haven't got a protected account, and I'm mainly within sort of a mental health group.
Yeah.
And I've just sort of let them come and go, and I've just had one Twitter spat.
What was the one Twitter spat about?
It was a nurse in training, an eating disorder nurse.
Yeah.
In training, who was really on a soapbox saying veganism is the cure-all.
For eating disorders?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, and
because it's still eating, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Or not, as the case may be. Oh dear, that's a shame.
She was vociferous, and I don't usually jump in. I don't know whether you feel like this, but sometimes you want to just jump in with just all guns a-blazing and say, hang the F on.
Wowzers.
What are you talking about? I nearly died from anorexia.
Wow.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
And by the way, I was your wannabe apprentice correspondent.
You sent us
of a blip.
You sent us a sick note from your mum.
And you know what? I loved you for that, because I heard it because I was in hospital and I had my little DAB radio next to me, and you were so lovely. You said, I had a mum's message, and I just thought, I love you. My mum, no, my mum died 6 months ago.
Oh no, you're joking!
I was loving
flipping it. Terrible timing from me.
No,
but you know what I meant.
I know. I loved it because it was just so. It was just like what it was like anyone would say.
So was the?
I've got a mum's note. Yeah. Anyway,
Was the blip? You don't have to answer if you don't want. Was the blip around the anorexia?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Oh my goodness! Since then, I did 23 years I was in the city, earning a lot of money. And you know, again, you know what that's like.
Yeah.
Earning a buck. And I got really ill in 2013, and I had a really big breakdown. It was just enormous, and I'm slowly piecing the bits together. But I have particular blips.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky. I'm in. I think what they say is hit the health code post-lottery thing.
Yeah.
I've got a terrific mental health team.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And I listened last night when you were talking with Samaritans, and I love when you share, Ian.
Oh.
And I know people Blair, meh, and all that. But and I know what I love about this show is that you flip it. You flip it so beautifully. We go, and like you say the clunky gear change.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because life is a clunky gear change.
That's what this is the thing. And I kind of became aware of it when I was doing a show at the BBC.
Yeah.
And you would go from someone talking to a mum who'd lost a daughter, to then you'd go to someone phoning in saying that they've got I don't know, they've got all their socks have gone missing or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
or the washing machine went wrong or something.
And we were kind of encouraged to kind of you'd play a jingle between it, or you'd play a song, or you'd do something. And actually, you're right. Life isn't like that. Life is
a clunky gear change.
Yeah, and you could, and you could be at a funeral, but then you could burst into laughter because of something your little boy says. Life is like that. Life is rubbish and good and brilliant and awful, all in the space of 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and so I think the show should reflect that.
And I love that about the show, and I love it because it means that at 10 o'clock. I turn everything off and I just go out. I make myself. I hate the thing sleep hygiene, but when you're troubled and night times can be difficult, what I do is I get a cup of herbal tea. I take my meds, And then I listen to you for as long as the meds hold out. Sometimes it's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a whole 3 hours. I love it.
Did you say sleep hygiene?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
is that
I hate
is that a phrase now?
It is one of these.
And that means no screens in bed. You got to follow a healthy routine when you go to bed.
Yeah, because they mean no screens, no phones,
Sleep
no
hygiene.
nothing. And I'm just like, no. I will adapt the sleep hygiene to how I like the sleep hygiene.
Yeah, exactly.
And anyway, that's the reason I rang this evening. I was just mindlessly tweeting to somebody, and I heard we're doing alphabetical. I'm thinking, I'm an A.
That's you.
I'm going to get in there.
You're
I'm going to get in there. I don't care. I'm really pleased. And by the way, Ty is. I could never. He is just pitched The Apprentice, and if he keeps ringing his Apprentice correspondent, because I did think it was going to be jinxed.
Yeah.
But I think Ty swept down and saved the day.
He's done a
anyway,
good job.
and it's been lovely.
Go and clean up your sleep hygiene pattern.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Andrea.
And I'm going to listen. Thank you very much.
No, bye-bye. Well, there's our A. Which is awkward, because I can see an A on the switchboard. But the A on the switchboard could also be a C. I think he's more of a C than an A. I do think he's an A, but I think he's more of a C. Means we need a B. I think this might work. I think it's quite... I think it's going to be tough, but I think this might work. And I've got some bits and pieces to talk about, but if people are as charming and as talkative as Andrea, boom. Sleep hygiene. Oh, that's a horrible phrase, isn't it? 0344 499 1000. It'll cost you pennies now. It's a new phone number. It's probably free. It could certainly be free if you've got that number in your package. 0344 499 1000. And we're going to be as strict as we can on this tonight. We cannot proceed until we get a B. Now, the B can be the first name. The B can be the surname. And maybe you'll come up with some clever kind of cheat around it. But we, nickname, yeah, maybe. Use your imagination, guys. And it could be, Andrea could be the only phone call we take tonight. And I can work with that. If that's the case, if that's what we end up with, then I can work with that. 0344 499 1000. Well done, Ed. He picked up the tone in my voice, indicating he's going to press this button.
The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
Late night Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
The alphabet of callers tonight, 0344 499 1000. And you can't phone in and book a slot. We've had people phoning up, can I book L's? Can I book P? No. You got to call in when it's your turn to call in. Okay, I can see how we can play this hand. Let's go to B. It's the Bear Barbecue.
Hip, 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 Ian. How are you, my friend?
I feel inspired talking to such a meaty individual.
Man, I tell you what, I am feeling so meaty this evening.
For those who don't know, you are the Bear Barbecue Man.
Yes, I'm the official meat supplier to the Iain Lee Talk Radio show, evening for 32 out of 39, whatever it is.
Yes, thank you very much indeed. This you have delivered meat to this place before, and I broke the golden rule of radio: never eat food from a listener. And I don't. I never do. But your meat arrived, and it was so delicious. I just had to shove it in my mouth.
Well, I was just wondering when the next, when you'd like me to put meat in your mouth next.
Not tonight, because we've just been out for a Nandos.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the Madeira tonight, so I can't actually do the deliveries tonight. But you know what?
Yeah.
Put in a sort of a previous order, send it over, and we can work something out.
Yeah, this is why. Why meat? It's a very niche. Delicious, you know. I tell you, we'll let you plug a website in a bit if you want. But because you've not always done that, have you?
No, I've done a few things in my time. In fact, I'll tell you, the last couple of days, I've been down at the Newman Arms, just on Rathbone Street.
Yeah.
And I've been helping some friends open a restaurant. And I've been playing with vegetables the last couple of days, and I'm a little bit conflicted. You know, I kind of love vegetables.
Well, you're not thinking of dropping the meat for the veg, are you?
No. I just think there's space in my life for veg. You know.
Yeah, it would be a you know. Think we're not supposed to eat meat every day, are we?
Do you know what? I fully endorse that. You know, what we should be doing is buying the best meat that we can.
Yeah.
Spending as much as we can afford on meat.
Yeah. And
probably only eating meat, I don't know, 2-3 times tops a week.
Because it used to be a luxury. Even, you know, I'm going to say used to. Even when I was a kid, it used to be a luxury to have meat. It plays havoc with your rectum, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, there's a lot
too
of
much meat.
There's a lot of things that you can find that will, you know, interfere with your rectum, and you know, I've found a few of those things. But to be honest, I think that, you know, you consider where meat comes from. Meat comes from animals, and we need to look after animals, and we need to think about the things that we're eating, and the way that we look after animals.
Yeah.
Eat less meat.
Yeah.
Eat much better meat.
I tell you, I was reading the thing yesterday. I can't remember what the story was, but it was something to do with. They were saying that the number of roast dinners that people have during the week, not on a Sunday, but during the week, has gone down. And I thought, good, because I remember when I was little, like every now and then, my mum would do us a roast on a Wednesday, and it tasted not only did it feel wrong, but it tasted completely different. And I don't know why, because she was doing it exactly the same way. And recently we've had a roast in the week, and it's just the roast is not a weekday meal. It's a Sunday afternoon meal that you eat too much, and you sit. It's like Christmas dinner. You sit in front of the TV for a couple of hours.
I mean, I fully agree with you, but it's strange that it would taste different on a different day of the week. I mean, I think, you know, the whole thing with the Sunday roast is that you go to the local pub and you sit back and they bring you a beautiful roast and you drink some red wine, or you drink, you know, something that sits alongside the roast.
Orange juice and lemonade.
I mean, the thing is, you know, we've got such a great tradition as British English people of roasting meat and cooking meat over fire, and that's what we're famous for as a nation. And we've kind of forgotten.
Famous for cooking meat over fire and our historical paedophiles. Great Britain. Well, that's what we're famous for around the world, Bear Barbecue. Come on, you know it.
We invented cricket as well.
Oh, yeah, and that as well. And
that. But, you know, I think, you know, there's nothing wrong with having a roast in the week.
No, it's wrong. Really it's wrong. You're a pervert. You're a pervert if you do that. It's wrong. That shut him up.
Really?
Yes. Go on. Give your web. Have you got a website? You must have it. Of course you have. Everyone's got a website.
Well, I mean, the thing is, what I would say is, thank you for the opportunity. I would say look at the Barbecue on Instagram, and I would also say anybody who is in the London area, get down to the Newman Arms on Rathbone Street. The next couple of months, we're doing a steak and red wine pop-up there for the next couple of months, and it is absolutely incredible. Thank you very much, Ian.
I love you, man. Thank you very much. Good luck with that. Right, so we have our A, Andrea, our B, Barbecue. I'm getting a cold. Sorry, I'm going to be sniffly tonight because I'm getting a cold, and I went for my first steam. Because we need a C, by the way, 0344 499 1000. Call in now. When I get colds, they go to my chest very quickly, and I tend to lose my voice. And I was saying, wasn't I? Did I say it on air? I was certainly thinking it last week that I haven't lost my voice for over a year, which is really good odds for me. And then, what do you know? I just last night, toward the end of last night's show, I was getting a little bit hoarse and felt a little tickle in the back of my throat, and now I'm bunged up, and I thought, oh no, I'm about to lose my voice. And, yes, I'm very well paid for sitting here and talking for several hours, but no play, no pay. If I don't turn up, I don't get paid. You know, there's no sick pay or holiday pay or anything. If I'm not doing a radio show, I don't get paid. So there have been periods. I remember last year I had to take about 2 weeks off. 2 weeks off. I used up holiday, which I didn't get paid for. I know. So the best thing I've got, the best trick I have up my sleeve, is to go for a steam at the local leisure centre. And you go in, and I can't really stand it for too long. I was only in there for about 7 minutes, because it's half hot in there. I know it's meant to be. And also, I get a sneaky little bit of Vicks. Sneaky little bit of Vicks. You're not supposed to take preparations in there. But I took some Vicks and I rubbed it on my chest and stuff, and it helped. And then I went... So I did the steam, and I now have to go for a steam at least once a day for the next 10 days or so. Otherwise, my voice is in great danger of disappearing. So, fingers crossed. 0344 499 1000. The alphabet of callers. We've got an A. We've got a B. Now we've got a problem. Because we've got two C's. Although one may be asleep. Craig, are you asleep?
I'm not asleep.
Caddick, are you asleep?
I'm wide awake, Ian.
Yeah. We got ourselves a problem, guys.
Oh, I defer to Caddick. He's the master.
Well, hang on. Craig, you coward.
Well, he was waiting on the A's, I heard.
Well, it doesn't matter. Each letter is brand new, and whoever was there before, doesn't matter. Craig, you've really wimped out there.
Oh, I can come back on a middle name letter later on.
I've cut him off, Alan. I'm sorry. If people want to be in the alphabet of callers, they've got to want to be in the alphabet of callers. And if I'm honest, Caddick,
yeah,
he didn't sound that bothered, did he?
No, he just wanted to get one over me.
I think he wanted to get one up you. No.
Not over me.
Over you.
He wanted to be the C.
I don't think he was that bothered. I just think he thought he was doing me a favour by calling up to be a C. But we all know, Caddick, that you're the biggest C this programme's got.
Yeah, because I'm one of the gang.
You're one of the gang. You're a massive C, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, because I could have been an A, because A-L came before A-N in Andrea.
Well, no, don't. You've totally misunderstood the concept. It's not like a book. It's not the Dewey Decimal System, right? It doesn't matter about the second letter. It's purely about the first letter.
Oh, well, there was an argument on the talk radio listeners page about that.
Say that again.
There was a massive argument on the talk radio listeners page about that.
That's nothing to do with me. My laptop is closed. We have no Periscope this evening. We're doing this old school, okay? We're locked.
You're doing the old school.
We're locked into the radio. And you are tonight's biggest C, Alan.
I feel honoured, and a good way to start the weekend.
Yeah. What are you doing this weekend, Cads?
Well, I might go to the market tomorrow with my dad.
Oh, yeah? We're going to buy some bootleg CDs and some Rizzlers?
No, it's fruit and veg.
Oh.
Birmingham City Centre Market.
Ah.
One of the oldest markets in the country.
Yeah. Have you ever been to the Pen Museum?
No.
You should go to the Pen... Do you like pens?
Well, I keep losing my pens.
Go to the Pen Museum.
I don't know where that is.
It's in Birmingham.
Whereabouts in Birmingham is it?
Not sure. Is it near the Jewellery Quarter?
Well, that's a part of Birmingham I haven't been to.
Oh, well, you should, hang on a minute. I've been to more of Birmingham than you have.
I've been living here.
There's some great record shops in Birmingham. There's one called Swordfish, and then there's another one on the other side of the town, right up the, and I cannot remember what it's called, but it's a bit overpriced, the other one, but it's beautiful.
I know I've heard of Reddington's.
Reddington's?
Yeah.
Who runs it?
Oh, nonsense. I've heard of it.
Oh, well,
But it was near the market.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, Alan, enjoy your time at the fruit and veg market. You are tonight's C.
I thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. 03. Oh, we've got 2 Ds coming up. This is going to be awkward. These 2 Ds are better want it. They better want it. They better want it. 03 44 499 1000. We've got 2 Ds. We're going to need an E and an F. Start calling, guys.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We're doing an alphabet of callers. And we're doing it alphabetically in the order. We've had Andrea. We've had the Bearby Q. It's hard to say for some reason. And we've had Caddick. E's and F's start calling now. 0344 499 1000. We had 2 C's. We've got 3 D's. This is awkward. We've got Dana.
Hip, hip, hip.
Dana sucking up to me. I like it. I like the style. It's important. We've got Dave.
Hip, hip, hip. Let me read the D.
Okay, that's nice. And we've got John Dredge.
Did you have 2 B's or not 2 B's? That is the question, isn't it?
We had 1 B.
Okay, just noting that down.
John's keeping a record, which is good. Now, the 2 C's was a bit of a damp squib, guys, because we had Caddick, who is he's like a 6-year-old who's been given a sparkler. The enthusiasm is contagious, and I think something else might be with him as well. But Craig was like, "Oh no, let him have it. I don't want it, mate. Let Caddick have it, you know." So what I need from you guys, Dredge, Dave, and Dana, I need.
That sounds like a terrible pop group.
Yeah, that's after the lead singer and the main guitarist have left, and then you're not allowed to use the official name. It's Dredge, Dave, and Dana, guys, recreating the sounds of Rainbow. What we need is a little bit of. Oh, I tell you what we'll do. Right, what we're going to do? We're going to play competitive crosswords.
That's 2 C's.
Hang on a minute. Ed, do you mind just come and turn the lights on, please? I've turned the lights off. I need them. We're going to play competitive crosswords, right? And the winner of the competitive crosswords, that's perfect, thank you, Ed, gets to be our D tonight, okay?
Ooh, right.
Now, don't worry. It's not cryptic. It's not the Times. It's on the back of the Daily Mail. And it's their quick crossword, so this should be really easy.
It should be a doddle.
It should be full of hatred then, right?
Exactly. Now, Dave, I want you to go first. Pick an across or a down.
Let's take 2 down.
2 down.
I haven't done a... Yeah,
all right, 2 down. It's 5 letters.
Right.
Long, narrow, hilltop.
Long, narrow hilltop.
Yes.
Hilltop.
5
letters.
Geography from secondary school's got to be the plateau. No, that's not.
Plateau, mate? What the hell?
P-L-A-T. No, that's...
No. Nicky Plateau. By the way, I've just realised that the answers it's got here are yesterday's answers.
Right.
So this is going to be tricky.
Well, I think plateau's a good big, a long, flat hill.
Yeah, it's 5 letters it's got to be, mate. How are you spelling plateau?
P-L-A-T...
P-L-A-T-O.
Dave has been disconnected from this call and disconnected from life. He's out, guys. That was Pony.
No, if it's that easy to fail.
Well, looky here, Dana. Looks like you're up next, pretty lady. You're up next, pretty lady. Picking a cross or a down?
I'm going to go with 3 across.
There isn't a 3 across. You can either have a 1 across or a 7 across.
7.
Higher or lower?
Shut up, Dredge.
You're going to go with 7 because it's a good number.
Okay, let's go with 7 across. Let's see what we've got here. It's 6 letters.
Ooh. Okay.
A piece of small shot. A piece
Bullet.
Sorry?
Bullet. Pellet.
Hang on. Who's speaking?
Me, Dana. Sorry.
Okay, sorry,
Pellet.
yes. 6 letters. A piece of small shot. L. Yeah, I'm going to say that's the right answer. Well done.
Woo!
Hang on a second. Just stay there, guys. Just stay there. Dave, I don't know what you've called in for. You were cut off because you were rubbish.
Oh, goodness me. Okay, then. Thank you.
There we go. It's gone. Let's bring Dredge back into the... Dredge, picking a cross or a down, please. Competitive crosswords.
It's got to be a down.
You're always a down, you are. 1, 2, 3, 4... Well, just pick a number.
Thanks for the help there. 4?
4 down. Oh-ho! And you've got a letter. The second letter is P. The second letter is P. Guarantor.
Is that P?
Yeah, P. Guarantor. 7 letters. Blank, P, blank, 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 blank. Guarantor.
Blimey. What does that mean?
Oh, for crying out loud.
Guarantor. Sounds like some sort of dinosaur or something.
A guarantor just means they guarantee it.
Oh, okay.
It's not looking.
Can I have 3 across?
Would you like some thinking time, Dredge?
Well, that would always be welcome.
Here we go. This is for 30 seconds. Guarantor.
This is like,
7 letters.
This is like an even more low-budget version of Countdown.
Blank, P, blank, 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 blank. Or if you're a child, it's blank, P, blank, 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 blank. What's your answer, Dredge?
Is it Ghostbusters 2?
Good night, Dredge. Dana, you're out duh!
Yes!
You made it!
I got something!
There we go. D is Dana. Beautiful!
Oh, wow. I won't take long. I'll just say a couple of things, because Are you
about to do a thank you speech?
I'm going to do a thank you... No, I'm not really, no. Just say, I went for an audition this week.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that performance ring. You went for an audition on Tuesday. How did it go?
I didn't get the part.
Oh, good, because it's the wrong part for you.
Exactly.
That's all that means, the wrong part for you.
Yeah, I had to improvise. Oh. I was meant to be a drunk, drugged mother who had to improvise with my daughter, and the improv went really well, and I think they liked it, but yeah, I didn't get it, so...
If I had to improv being a drunk, drugged mother with my daughter, do you know what I would say?
What?
I wouldn't say anything. I'd sit there.
Well, yeah, that did cross my mind.
Just sit there and say nothing.
It went really well, but hey. But I've got something next week, and I got a script sent to me today, so I'm going to do that. So we'll see. But I've got a job interview as well.
One second, just go back to the auditions, because I've done auditions, right?
Yeah.
And if I'm up for jobs, I don't have to audition now. I audition for voiceovers and stuff, but I've auditioned for acting jobs and adverts and stuff like that, and it's absolutely terrifying. And there's no. They're very cold and impersonal. If it's like a call when you're sat in a room with like 12 other people who all look a bit like you, and then you get called in one at a time. Oh, it's awful. And
everyone's eyeing each other up.
Yeah. Yep.
You're sort of looking on, that person definitely looks like the part, and that person doesn't look it, and what do I look like?
Yeah.
No, there was a bit of competitive looking up, you could tell, because there were a couple of other people there for the mother role, and there were a number of daughter people and there were a number of boyfriend types there. So, yeah, but it was a good experience, but I've got something hopefully for next week, but I've got a job interview as well.
Go on, what's the job?
So, it's nothing special. It's nights. It's during the weekends, which is good. Yeah. And it's for a well-known shop. Let's put it that way.
Well, Listen, good for you for keep getting back up again. And the right thing will come along, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, and one last thing, I just need to quickly say, I couldn't listen live last night. I was at Brixton. I saw Christine and the Queens, which was she's French. Google her. She's called Christine and the Queens, or that's the name of the group anyway.
Yeah.
And the music is great, and there's sort of a lot of very weird dancing, but it's beautiful music. She's French. And I saw her on Graham Norton a few months ago.
Was this at Brixton Academy?
Yeah, Brixton.
I haven't been there. I've been there for years. The last thing I went to see at Brixton Academy, it was either Beck or it was Hole with Courtney Love, and I got free. Yeah, she was good. I got free tickets. That was when I was at XFM. Maybe Beck I don't know when Beck was. But I haven't been to Brixton for years.
No, I hadn't, but it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
It's still got the sticky grubby floor, but it was really good. So I didn't it, but yeah, Christine and the Queens, have a look. But it was great. So I only heard the podcast literally about an hour or so ago for yesterday's show, and that the opening, with the guy from the Samaritans
was good, wasn't it, James?
Absolutely. I've had my fair share of mental health issues, and really interesting.
I was going to go in. There's something that's been preying on my mind that I was going to confess about myself, and I was going to go in heavy with it tonight. But I thought, no, actually, we've had a really heavy week, so tonight we can dick around a bit. We can still touch on heavy stuff if people want it.
Yeah.
But maybe Monday or Tuesday. Oh, I tell you who we've got on the show on Monday, which I'm so thrilled about. Do you remember? When we talked about Petra Hayden. Now, she was the lady that does the Acapulco versions of... hang on a minute. Here's her doing the theme tune to Psycho, Acapulco. Listen to this. Oh, it's an advert coming up. I hate when it does that. Hang on a second. Can I skip this advert? Can I F? How come you can skip some adverts and others you can't? Hang on a minute. So we've got... It's an advert for a phone. All right, I've got.
While you're doing that, I'm so excited. I was on your podcast a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
It was so exciting.
Here we go. 'Coming on Monday. That's exciting. That's
amazing.
Exciting.
That'll be brilliant. That'll be brilliant.
Dana, good luck with the interview. Have a nice weekend. Thank you very much indeed. It's all one woman. And what a skill. What a skill. Oh, 499 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You're more than welcome to. It's an alphabet of callers tonight, guys. We've got two E's lined up. I don't need any more E's, but F's and G's, F and G. I'd suggest you start calling in sharpish, guys. 0344 499 1000. Coming up, the Battle of the E's.
'Night Iain Lee. Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
A is for Andrea. B is for barbecue. C is for Caddick. D is for Dana. It's the alphabet of callers this evening. Dredge has just finally got the answer to that crossword clue. He's just tweeted, sponsor. Unlucky, Dredge. You can only call up When it's your letter, that can be your first name, your last name, your middle name. But don't lie on the middle name. Don't phone up and just pretend your middle name is Xavier or something. You know, nicknames, possibly. There are other cheats around that you haven't yet thought of. But now it's time to do E. In the blue corner, we've got Elaine. Good evening, Elaine.
Hip, hip, hip.
What kind of cake?
Oh, a lemon yum-yum.
Now, are yum-yums called yum-yums because they're yum-yum?
I don't know, but a normal yum-yum isn't that yummy to me, but a lemon yum-yum is very yummy.
I find them too much. My boys love them, of course, but I find them too much. They're too sickly.
Yeah.
But I thought they were of Chinese origin, because yum-yum sounds a bit Chinesey. Yeah. But then my boys said, are they called yum-yums because they're yummy? And I thought, I don't know, but they feels like they've only been invented in the last 2 or 3 years.
A few years, yeah, it does seem only a few years.
We didn't have yum-yums in the 80s.
No, we didn't. We definitely didn't. Nor the 90s.
Or after the the entitled millennials. That's who it is. They've invented this, suckers.
Yeah.
All right, Elaine. Well, you're playing Team Yum Yum. Let's go to Eben. Good evening, Eben.
Good evening, Ian.
What kind of cake?
Gay cake.
Thank you very much indeed. Beautiful. It's Yum Yums versus gay cakes. Now, only one of you can be the letter E. We've saluted the magic of crosswords. We're going to play a little game now, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
And if you're out, you're out, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to play a game called Lock Poker. Who knows how to play it?
No, I don't.
You don't? Elaine, do you?
No
okay,
idea.
Right. What it is I will say a word that's got the word lock in it.
Yeah.
Stick with me.
Yeah.
I've never had to explain it before. And it sounds weird. It sounds stupid now I'm saying it. So I will say a word that's got the word lock in it. And then, Elaine, as Team Yum Yum, you will then have to say another word that's got the word lock in it. Then, Eben, it'll be your turn, and we go on until there's only one player left. Should we have a practice hand? Because it's a bit confusing, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you practice, we might run out of actual...
There's the confidence. There's the bulldog spirit, Elaine, that I expect from my callers. All right, shall we go for real then? Do you understand the rules?
I've only got one.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll say it.
Okay, I'll go first. Then we go to Elaine, then we go to Eben, then it goes to me. Padlock.
I knew you'd say that.
Elaine.
Door lock.
Sorry?
Door lock.
Okay, yeah. I thought you said ball lock. Okay, yes. Eben?
Garage lock.
Right. I mean, both of those were a little bit ropey, right? Both of them, right? You can't just say, all right, but you can't just say different kinds of locks. Let me show you.
Yeah.
Goldilocks. I think this is going to be a really short game.
So do I.
Elaine, Team Yum Yum, your turn. Oh, I've got one. Got a good one. Got to say, very good one.
Flock.
Sorry?
Flock, like a flock of sheep.
I'm going to let you have that one, although on a stricter... if we that kind of rubbish normally comes up after about 10 rounds of it. But I'll let you. Eben.
Arm lock.
Yeah, I like that. It's good. It's good. All right, here we go. Gridlock.
No.
Elaine. And I'm not going to let anyone say clock, all right? Clock it. I've allowed flock, and that's pushing it, but no clock.
Oh, dear. I think I'm out, aren't I?
No, there's loads, but I can't remember any of them.
Well, exactly. It's got to be the most boring radio.
No, no, trust me, I've done much more boring than this. Honestly, I'm a master at it.
So what did you say?
I said gridlock.
Gridlock.
Oh, I've got one. I've got another one. All right, here we go. Elaine, what happens when... right, imagine... Right, okay, Elaine. Imagine you're in prison.
Right.
For a murder.
Yeah.
For a mass murder. You've killed 7 people. Because you're nuts, right?
Yeah.
And you're in prison. You've just gone into prison. And you are the alpha female, right?
Yeah.
But there's another alpha female in the prison already. And so you have to get in there and assert yourself quickly. You're going to have to shank her.
Yeah.
You shank her, all hell breaks loose in that prison. It kicks off. The tension's been building for months anyway, and that is the spark that ignites the fuse, right? It kicks off. The wardens are panicking. They've not seen anything like this except in the movies. To try and gain control of the... pardon?
Lockdown.
Thank you very much indeed. Well done. Yes. They throw the prison into lockdown. Eben, it's over to you.
Anti-lock.
Sorry?
Anti-lock.
Panty-lock?
Anti-lock.
Anti-lock?
Yeah.
What the hell is an anti-lock?
I just thought I know.
Eben, you can't just say... I'm going to Google it, right, Eben?
Okay.
And if anti, as in A-N-T-I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, fair play. Anti-lock brakes, yeah.
No.
He's got... Yeah, fair play. I apologise for laughing. Sorry. Right, my turn. Oh, OK, easy. Locksmith. Elaine, back to you. No more clues from me, guys. No more clues.
I'm rubbish at your games. I like listening to them, not playing them.
Well, you're in it. You're in deep now.
I'm in it to lose it, aren't I? So I can't have, like, a security lock, can I?
No, you can't. Correct. That's correct. You cannot have that.
Or, like, when you were doing the prison thing,
yeah.
I was thinking, well, I would lock horns with someone, but that's just the word lock.
That's it. That's just the word lock. You can't just say the word lock. That's correct. Well done. Have you got one, Eben?
I'm still kind of thinking of one.
Okay. All right. Would you like some thinking time, Elaine?
I don't think it'd help much.
It's going to let me get you a little bit...
I've got one now.
Eben's got one! You got 30 seconds. Here we go. Hang on. Eben's got one, Elaine. If you drop this and Eben's stands up...
I've got one.
Stop the clock.
Dreadlock.
We had gridlock.
No, dread.
Dreadlock.
Yeah.
Acceptable. Eben.
Thank you.
Deadlock.
Bedlock?
Yeah.
What?
D-E-A-D lock.
Oh, deadlock.
Oh, but that's a type of lock.
Deadlock. No, deadlock is fine. Hey, whoa, Elaine. Deadlock is fine. Crooklock.
Well, that's a type of lock.
Yeah, but it's a crook lock. Elaine, come on. You sound like a desperate person who's about to lose. Oh, I've got a really good one. Yep, that was plenty. We are running out of time, Elaine.
I know.
Eben, have you got one?
You just thought of one now.
Oh, I love it! Right, here's your 30 seconds, Elaine. Eben's got one.
Okay.
Stop the clock!
I know this won't be good enough.
Oh.
Sherlock.
No, it works! Sherlock works! Excellent! Eben, what's yours?
Flintlock.
What?
F-L-I-N-T.
Flintlock, yep. Sorry, it's not the best line. Okay, I'm going to go for wedlock.
Ooh.
We've got to be fast now. You've got 15 seconds.
Yeah, go on, because I'm better under pressure.
Okay, you've got 15 seconds. Here we go. There's no music. I haven't got 15 seconds worth of music. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Forelock.
Sorry?
Oh, no.
Door lock?
F-O-R-E, like
Yes,
on a horse.
forelock works! Eben, over to you!
Gunlock.
Gunlock?
Yeah.
That is... I nearly swore then. Hang on a minute.
Oh, go on, let me win.
I'm Googling gunlock. I'm not convinced. Yeah, gunlock is the mechanism of the firearm that fires it. Flipping heck. Guys, stay there. We're carrying over to the next hour. Oh, man alive. Who'd have thought ease could be so contentious? Huh? Isn't this tough? Eben and Elaine, the fight continues after this.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
We are Talk.
Talk Radio. Give it some lip.
Talk Radio.
Right, we got Lock Poker coming up, and we got flipping it. We got 2 Fs as well. This is going to be a nightmare. But people are calling, and that's what it's all about, guys. We're doing the alphabet of callers this evening. Don't call in for a bit because we got the E's and we got some Fs, and this is turned into a nightmare.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
He has made a covenant with the night, and with the darkness he is in agreement.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation. Late Night Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
My peace of mind has been taken from me by a bloody immigrant subversive and a bunch of corrupt sodomite judges. Corrupt judges, corrupt politicians, corrupt media, corrupt people on Twitter. They've cancelled Brexit. They've cancelled Brexit.
Let me hear you say
Cancel Brexit.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Dan, the DC DJ. Let me just send that to Luke Haynes. I think Luke needs to hear that. You may like this at Luke Haynes. There we go. So there was a guest on the show a few weeks ago and he's obsessed by Jonathan and them cancelling Brexit. All right, we're playing the alphabet of callers. A is Andrea, B is Barbecue, C is Caddick, D is Dana, E is either Elaine or Eben. We're playing Lock Poker. It's my turn. Lockets. Elaine, it's your turn.
Right. I've had some time to think. Do you want a rude one or a not so rude one?
I want you to pick whichever one you think will help you win the game.
Can I say it then?
You can say it.
Bollock.
Yeah, you can have that. Eben, your turn.
Interlocked.
He's good. Eben's been thinking. I suspect Elaine's gone out for a fag during the news. And Eben has sat there with a pad and paper, pad and pen.
I don't smoke, and I've sat here with a pen and paper, and that's what I came up with.
All right, then. The Earl of Loxley.
Oh, we're allowed names, are we?
Well, Loxley, yeah. Loxley's a place. He's in Robin Hood, isn't he, the Earl of Loxley? Doesn't matter how it's spelt, it's Loxley.
Okay.
Elaine, your turn.
A canal lock.
Yep, I can give you that. Evan?
Mullock.
Huh?
Mullock.
What is a mullock?
I'm not sure, I just thought of it.
I've had to Google all of your answers, Evan, to know if they're real or not. Mullock. It's the crumbled refuse of peat, such as found at the bottom of a peat stack. Headlock. Elaine, your turn.
Pillock.
No!
Why?
I'm not having pillock.
Why?
Because it's look.
It's not, it's lock. It's L-O-C-K.
Yeah, but you don't say pillock, you say pillock. No?
Can I have another go?
Yeah.
Well, lock of hair.
No. Kathy's saying, all right, yes, you can have that. Yes, Eben, your turn.
Thank you.
Oh. Now, he might be hustling us here, because I think he's got loads written down.
Picklock.
Yeah. Cock block.
Cock block?
As in, I'm cock blocking you.
Yeah, but it's an actual...
Yeah, it's a phrase. To cock block is a phrase, yeah.
Yeah, a phrase, not a word.
Well, hang on, you just said lock of hair.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you.
Sorry. I'm a bit confused why you're playing the game, though, Iain.
Huh?
If it's between me and the other E. Because you're stealing all the good ones.
I love it. Elaine's getting really annoyed. She's getting annoyed because I'm better than she is.
Now because
You're getting annoyed because I'm better than you are.
yeah, of course you are.
Yeah.
It's your show.
Yeah, exactly. Your turn, Elaine. Let's stop stalling. I know what you're doing. You're stalling.
What did you say?
Cock block.
Oh, that's right, because I was stopcock.
Stopcock.
Yeah.
We're not playing cock poker. We're playing lock poker.
Oh, yeah.
Elaine, I'm afraid you're out.
Oh.
You've gone cock crazy. Eben, if you come up with one that is legitimate, I'll probably have to Google it. I've got Google open. Then you are E.
Yes, I don't know.
Oh,
You can go if you've got one. If you've got one, Eben, go for it.
Schlocks.
What?
Schlocks. SCHLOCKS.
What does that mean? You don't know. Of course you don't know. You
It's
just thought.
something. Yeah, that's all.
Schlock. Yeah, it means rubbish movies. Eben, your A's. Elaine, bye-bye.
Oh.
There we go. So Eben is E. God blimey. Right. We've got two F's coming up. G's and H's, start dialing now. 03444991000. We've got Foggy. Good evening, Foggy.
Hello there.
Now, Foggy, we've not spoken before, have we?
No, never. First, I'm terrified. I've never. Lee Bennett talked me into. Phoning you up.
Has he been trolling you on Facebook? Is that what it is?
A little bit, yeah. He can't help himself. Yeah.
Okay. Lee runs the Talk Radio listeners Facebook page, which I recommend you all go and look out. Lots of people gather during this show and other shows and talk about the show, and it's a nice place to hang out. It's very friendly. But you've been listening for a while, have you, Foggy?
Yeah, like I say, I'm more of a consumer than a contributor.
Okay.
But I thought there's an F coming up. I've got my chance. I'll take it. And,
okay.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
And Faye, good evening, Faye. Oh no, hang on a minute. Let me put your fader up. Hang on, let's try again.
Okay.
Faye, good evening, Faye.
Hey.
Hey. What's happening in Faye's world?
Not a lot, but I did have my tarot cards read to me last night.
Oh,
which was interesting.
What did they say?
Well, some of it was a bit of mumbo jumbo, and some of it rang home to the truth. But you never know with these things. I'm feeling a bit sceptical.
I think you do know. It's bullshine.
Yeah, I know, but you got like some of it. She got on. I mean, after a few questions, she got there. So, but
how much did it cost?
£25.
Oh, flipping it! I used to be able to read tarot cards. I used to do it. My mum used to get me to read it all the time, and I got bored of it. I used to be able to read tarot cards. And it's nonsense, obviously. 25 quid. What was the best thing she said that will come true for you?
That I'm going to be engaged in the next 18 to 2 years. 18 months to 2 years.
That's quite a big window.
Yeah. And sometimes the cards, it's a bit longer than that in the future. So they may not come true as soon as you think.
Well, Faye, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you may.
Will you marry me?
Oh, well. Oh, I don't know, because
Are you yawning? Did you just yawn when I proposed to you?
No.
Oh, it sounded like a yawn.
I'm having a fit because excited. I don't know. Can I think about it?
No, no. I'm not, if you're not going to say yes, I'm not interested. I'll find someone.
Okay, fair enough.
So forget it. Right.
Okay.
So we're up for grabs is the F. Now, Catherine, I need you to come in, Catherine, because during the break, Catherine was going, from Manchester. Hey, kids, we got 2 Fs coming up. What are you going to play with the 2 Fs? Why don't you play Mallet's Mallet? Kids. I was going, all right, but you need a sound effect. I was going, but you need a sound effect. Oh, you need a flipping sound effect, kid. I said, no, you don't need a sound effect.
You do for the mallet.
Well, I don't quite... When do I need a sound effect in Mallet's
When you
Mallet?
hit him, right? Because Mallet's a word association game. Mustn't pause, mustn't hesitate, otherwise you get a bash in the head like this. Sound effect. Or like this. Sound effect.
Okay.
Faye... Look at Foggy and say, burr.
Burr.
Foggy, look at Faye and say, burr.
Burr?
Both of you, look at me and say, blur.
Blur?
Right, they're locked and loaded.
Hang on a minute, let me find a sound effect that will be appropriate. Something short and sweet.
It's like killing a bee with a bazooka.
Too long.
Knockers are better.
We don't want to go from a stringy country
Got it.
to a sludgy country.
Here we go.
Stetson.
There we go, we're in. Right, Catherine, you can be Timmy Mallet.
Okay.
So you know how to play Mallet's Mallet, don't you guys?
I don't have a clue what I'm doing here, no.
No, me either. No idea.
How old are you?
It's word association, right? So I'll say, should we play it just to show?
Yes.
Okay, so first word is bee.
Buzz.
Hive.
Honey.
Sweet.
Chocolate.
Stetson.
There we go, you see.
Me out.
It's, so do you understand it now?
Is it just word association?
Yes, it's...
got it.
You got it? All right.
Got it.
You got it, Foggy?
Yeah, I've got to think so, yeah.
All right, it's the best of 3, okay? So Catherine is going to start it, and then it's between Faye, Foggy, 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 until one of you is out. Catherine, give them their first word.
The first word is bell.
Faye.
Ring.
Bell. Oh,
Stetson.
No, you can't say... You just said the same word.
I know, I realised, yeah, sorry.
So it's 1-0 to Faye. And Ed, I thought you were a Christian. You just typed the word end on my screen. Unbelievable.
Okay.
Is that what Jesus wants? Is that what he would do? Okay, Foggy, you're going to go first this time. Catherine, throw him a word.
Jam.
Strawberry.
Orange.
Peel.
Stetson.
There was a hesitation.
No.
There was a hesitation. This is it. It's whoever wins this one is the F in the alphabet of callers. By the way, G's, you need to start calling G's. We have no G's. 03444991000. Catherine?
Okay, the final word, the decider.
Faye is going first.
Is.
Cool.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Vest.
Top.
Sorry, what was that?
No, top.
She said top.
Top. Trumps.
Donald.
Duck.
Ooh.
Bird.
Flight.
Poo.
Stetson.
Hang on.
Flight poo.
How have you gone from flight to poo?
I was imagining a bird flying over you and pooing on you.
No, Faye, we're not... Listen, I'm into a lot of things, but I'm not a coprophile. We're not allowing scat on this show unless it's Cleo Lane. Sorry, Faye. It was a brave effort. If playing a word association game at 11:15 on a Friday night is brave, then you've been very, very brave. But I'm afraid it's not you. Foggy, you've never called in.
No, I haven't, and I'm not a late night loser yet, am I? Yeah,
but you're F in the alphabet of callers. How does that feel?
It's possibly the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Mate, you're a good sport, Faith. Thank you very much indeed. Right, OK, so we've got A, B, C, D, E, F. We need G. And we are going to do it in order. It can be a first name, last name, middle name. Don't cheat. Nickname? I tell you what we'd also accept. If you are an old man or woman and you are known by people in your family as Grandad such and such or Grandma such and such, I would allow that. Okay, but if you're nanny such and such, then you will not be allowed. Okay, you can be Gramps, but someone has to genuinely call you that in your family. So G's, get on the line. H as well. H, I suggest you start calling. 0344. It seemed like a good idea at the time when I thought of this. 0344 499 1000. We call you back. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
03. 0344 499 1000. H's and I's start a dialing. Louise has just tweeted me, I want to call in, but I can't shoehorn a G or an H into my name. I've just replied to her, wait your turn. Wait your turn. OK, so we're up to G. We're doing an alphabet of callers. It's been a heavy week, man, and I was going to do some heavy stuff today, but maybe we'll do that next week. Remind me to play some more Petra Hayden as well. Petra Hayden is coming on the show on Monday. Absolutely wonderful. She does the Acapulco version of God Only Knows, which I'll play, which is just breathtaking. She also did, it doesn't work quite so well, but it's still brilliant. Completely a cappella version of the album The Who Sells Out by The Who. One of their, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Who albums. I always think they're a little bit, they're more of a singles band. But quite an obscure one to do. But it is masterful. You know, the skill that goes into it is just stunning. I might play her version of I Can See for Miles a little bit later on. It's wonderful. She's coming on Monday. We were going to play Francis Rossi tonight. We'll do it next week. I'm holding off Francis Rossi because I think it's going to have the same impression on you that John Lydon did, where a lot of you got in touch after the John Lydon interview and went, oh, that completely changed my opinion of him. And the same with Mike Love, actually, of the Beach Boys. Loads of you got in touch and said, I thought he was an idiot, but actually he came across as a nice bloke. And I've got a feeling that the Francis Rossi interview is going to have a similar effect on you. We took a punt going to talk to him because we weren't sure what we were going to get. But he was charming, he was funny, and I wish we'd had time. The last question I asked was about the move from the psychedelic rock of the early singles to the, like, hard, you know, barroom rock. And you could see his face light up that someone was asking quite a different, unusual question. And we talked about the Beach Boys a lot as well, because they did a terrible version of Fun, Fun, Fun with the Beach Boys. But what is a nice bloke, had more top 40 UK records than any other band. I think they've had 60 singles in the top 40. That's nuts. But we'll play that next week. I want to put it in a nice prominent slot where people will get to hear it. But we're playing Alphabet of Callers. I say playing, we're never doing this again. This is a one-off, guys. We need to speed up a little bit because we're only on G's and we're halfway through the show. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Let's go, first of all, to Gatford. Evening, Gatford.
Evening. Did you say you pulled Francis Rossi off the show?
You're the obvious choice for G. Are you? You're not dead yet, are you?
No. Rumours of my death have been greatly exaggerated.
I've just lost £10 in a sweepstake. Never mind.
Well, fair enough. Give it a couple of days.
Kath and Ed are still in.
Yeah.
You'd be the obvious choice.
Well, either that or... Well, is Jerry a G or a J?
It's a G on my screen.
Oh, well, there you are. You see, he would have been a better choice than me.
But...
Admittedly.
But you've got competition.
Oh, boy.
Can you beat off stiff competition?
Okay.
Who's that in the background?
What, here?
Yes.
Well, it's someone's telly. I'm in hospital, mate. You know, can't control the noise.
Well, could you ask them to turn it down?
Not really, no.
You and I've got an attitude since you're in hospital.
Medication, mate. Medication.
It's what you need. All I can say is, Gatford, I know people who work in hospitals, and let's just say, you know, there's quite a few number of people die in hospitals.
Is that a threat?
Do you feel threatened?
I feel threatened.
Then it must be a threat.
Fair enough. Well, fair enough.
Say hello to Gilbert.
Good evening, Gilbert. How are you?
Oh, good evening, Gatford. How are you?
Oh, top of the world.
Oh, that's great. I wanted to ask you a question, Gatford.
Yeah,
have you ever been in a gang?
I have, yes.
What was it called?
It was called the Eels, and it was a gang with me and my mate Tom and Sam, and sometimes Elliot, and we were 10. And Tom would run around the what's that thing they call it at schools where they all congregate?
A playground. I believe it's called a playground.
Gilbert's learning the lesson that I learnt a long time ago. Never ask Gatford a question.
Yeah. He would run around the playground. He would swing his lunch.
Please hold.
Where's he go? Gatford?
Did swing his what?
I don't know. All we got was he'd run around
Call him back straight away.
Gatford?
Hello? Yes.
What happened there?
Medication.
Did you swing, Gatford?
What did he swing around the playground? He swung something around the playground. What was it? We need to know, don't we, Gilbert?
The flask in it.
A what?
His lunchbox with the flask in it.
Is that a euphemism for his cock and balls?
No, actually, it was his actual Transformers red lunchbox with his blue flask in it.
And you were called the Eels?
Yeah, that's right.
That's the most rubbish name for a gang I've ever heard.
I didn't come up with it.
I would have refused. You joined it. You joined the gang, the Eels.
I was the treasurer, so...
The treasurer. Did you do what I used to do and make wallets? Did you make wallets out of bits of paper and sellotape?
No, badges we had. We had badges, but not wallets.
We used to make wallets, and on the front it would say top secret.
Sam got a badge making kit for his 10th birthday.
I'll be honest, it sounds like the spoddiest gang ever. Doesn't it, Gilbert?
I'm doubting that Gilbert is genuine.
What?
Oh, Gatford!
I'm not saying his name's not Gilbert. I'm saying I'm doubting he's genuine.
Gilbert, Gilbert, defend your honour.
Gatford, I've never heard the like. I'll get my gang on you.
What was your gang called?
We were called Rock Solid. And we were solid as a rock.
Dad? Is that you?
And I tell you what, it was in the 80s, and we didn't mess about in the 80s, you know.
Keep the accent, Gilbert. Work on the accent.
Yep.
What was your initiation into your gang, Gatford?
What was that word after gang and into?
Initiation.
Investigation.
Initiation.
Okay. I'm scared, Ian. I don't think there was one. No, we were a friendly gang.
What was your initiation, Gilbert?
Well, with the outbreak of the 80s, and there was a lot going on, what with gang violence and the HIV virus, which was very pesky. We had to cut out our blood brother initiation, where we'd put our fingers.
Okay, well, Gilbert,
has Gilbert ever thought about writing headlines for the Daily Mail? HIV was pesky is a great one.
Right, well, Gatford, do you think you've made it through to round two?
Oh, dear. You die in peace.
Say hello to @GingerDisco99.
Doesn't count. The outside isn't part of the alphabet.
Well, hello.
Yeah,
Gatford Gilbert here. I'm here to take you.
What?
Pardon? Yeah, but your name...
and Gilbert, I'm Ginger Disco is here to take you.
Well, Gilbert has gone.
Gilbert has gone.
Me. So take me. On me. Said
Gatford, I didn't think about you when I phoned. I was encouraged to... Boyley was encouraging me to use my Twitter name as G. But I feel like I should stand aside and let you take the floor.
Do you know what?
Well, what is this? Right. Mike, their phone lines are down. I'm furious. Right? I am furious. You two massive pussies. Right? Man up! What is all this? Oh, you have it. Oh, no, you have it. Oh, no, you have it. Come on, guys. There are starving people around the world, and you're phoning up a late-night radio show. Yes, Fridays we get the least number of listeners throughout the rest of the week, and we're beaten by Sonny and Shay on BBC London. But you have got the chance to be in the alphabet of callers. Oh, you do it. Oh, no, you do it. Oh, go on, now you do it. Oh, you do it.
I said she could have it. I want it.
I've been at a gig all night, so I don't know how this is going down. Do we have to have a talent or something?
Right, forget it. I'm taking G out of the alphabet.
Oh, God. Right, well, I'll be back on for...
No, you won't. G is gone from there. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. There is now no G in the alphabet. 25 letters. All right? Are we okay with that decision, production team? Well, we're sticking with it. Oh, jeez. Come on, guys. You've got to want it. You've got to want this. We need an H next. 0344499. No, G's gone. G is gone. It is gone. Don't put these people up on with G's. No, they're gone. It's gone. H is next.
The wild man of late night radio is back.
Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
03444991000. James?
Yes.
You've called in to be G. Where is the G?
Grant, as in Grant.
Oh? Were you nicknamed Grunty at school?
I was.
Yeah, all right. You were, weren't you? All right, in that case, I'd strucken G off, but I'm going to put you down. But can I put you down as Grunty?
Oh, well, definitely. I mean, I haven't been called that for 10 years and I despise it, but because it's you, I'll make an exception.
Grunty, you're on the list. Thank you very much. You've reinstated the letter G. Okay. We need H. And I can tell for the first time since we started at 10 o'clock this evening, the phone lines are empty. The phone lines are empty. And the phone calls always slow down a bit between 11:15 and about 11:45, then they kind of pick up again. But we need an H, guys. Any Helens, Henrys? I think those are the only two names. Hang on a second. Grunty, you're calling back in?
I am. Sorry about that. That was my bad.
No, I cut you off.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I thought we'd finished.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's like that, I mean...
No, don't get... What have you got? What have you got? Something else?
I've got a relationship with you, which is... I mean, it's not reciprocal, because I'm a podcast listener.
Oh.
And I listen religiously every single day in the car.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're this close, but yet we're a long way away.
Yeah. No, now you're sounding weird.
Am I? Okay.
A little bit.
That might have been the beer, but
maybe. You are a blonde gentleman, aren't you?
I'm relatively blonde.
Yes.
Well, certainly blonde as a child.
Well, I'm sure I've seen your picture on Twitter and you're blonde. You look quite muscular.
I think that was that other website that you were looking at.
Oh, no, in that case, no. Well, thank you for listening. Go on.
No, I'm the sort of more cultured-looking one, less muscular, more sort of lanky and tall. Do you know that sort of tall, skinny, but yet imposing look?
No, I've no idea what that look is at all, James.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you'd have been familiar with that.
But thank you for downloading the podcast. It is appreciated.
That's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. You bring a lot of pleasure to my life. Between your slightly crazy listeners.
Grunty, it's nice to talk to you. I'm going to cut you off because we're looking for H's now.
All right, bye.
Ta-ta. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, then you're more than welcome to. But we need H's, and it can be your first name, your last name, your middle name. Don't cheat on the middle name, though. I know some of you like, oh yeah, my middle name's Harry. Well, is it? Is it? There's no glory in cheating this stuff. We have one eye on the screen is lined up, but we have no H, and we can't get to the I until we get to the H. So we may have hit a stumbling block, guys. We may have hit a stumbling block, which is a shame. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, guys. In all the papers today, there's a story about a giant worm, and I don't understand. I say giant worm, it's 16 inches, but I think I've seen worms bigger than that. It's over a foot, isn't it? Yeah, a foot's 12 inches. But I'm sure I've seen worms bigger than that. And if you stretch a worm, it goes. You can. They're kind of like elasticy, aren't they? I'm miming a squeeze box kind of action there, and you can pull them quite wide. So 16 inches doesn't seem that long to me, and yet this worm has made it into all of the newspapers. It's the kind of coverage Julia Hartley-Brewer would die for. This is by Colin Fernandez. Colin Fernandez in the Mail is the science correspondent, and yet I've never read a story that he's written that is in any way connected with science. This is not... Man finds something in garden is not science. Every gardener has churned up a wriggling worm or two while digging their flower beds. But you might need a shovel rather than a trowel to lift this gargantuan specimen. I remember years and years ago, I must have been about 6, and I tried to keep pet worms in my bedroom, but without telling my mum, right? And I had this old shoebox. Right, this is nuts. I just remembered this. I had this old shoebox. 'Cause when you get shoeboxes, you don't get shoeboxes anymore, do you? Do you? When you get a kid and there's a shoebox, I'll have that. I'll make something of that. So what I did was I went down in the garden and I filled it with mud, right, like earth. And I don't know if there are any. I didn't find any worms and put them in there. I kind of just assumed they were in the earth, right? But it was a cardboard box, and I took it up and I put it really high up on a shelf in my bedroom, so that my mum wouldn't see it. Huh? And within a few hours, the box was all sodden, and you could see it was all like, it was wet and stuff. And my mum, like a couple of days later, said, "What's going on with that box in your room?" I said, "Nothing." And she went, "Are you keeping worms?" I was thinking, flipping, how does she know that? It's psychic. Obviously, she looked in there and saw there was a load of mud in there and thought, why on earth has my 6-year-old son got a box full of mud? That's just weird. I went, no. She went, oh, okay. Because it would be all right if you were. I went, oh, I'm not keeping worms. That's what I'm talking about. There weren't any worms in there. I chucked the mud away. It was very, very sad day. But you might need a shovel rather than a trowel. We've got an H. We've got an H. Yes, Hannah.
It's H for Hannah.
H for... Now, can I ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
How are we meant to pronounce the letter H? Is it H or is it H?
H.
I think it's H. I think it's AITCH. H. And you don't... Bizarrely, you don't mention the H in H.
Well, I suppose it depends where you come from, I guess.
Well, we need to get the Queen on the line, because she speaks the Queen's English better than almost anybody.
Does she?
There's a new series started about the Queen, and if it's being advertised on this radio station, then it looks absolutely fantastic. If it's not, it looks pony. Yeah. It's Britain's most expensive television series. Imagine.
Cool.
Well, classic bands, Hannah. You are H. How does that make you feel?
Kind of special.
There we go. And that's it. That's all we can hope for. Kind of special. Oh. Kind of special. We got an H. We got an I coming. Let's just crack on with the I, and then we'll talk about the Queen in a minute. Yes. Now, Dom.
Hello, mate.
How are you going to be an I?
Well, I was asleep I was listening for D, and I'm going to be asleep for R, so I thought I'd do me Iain Lee Quotes Twitter handle. Because someone else just had one.
Yeah, you do, Iain Lee Quotes. Yeah. Do you know what?
The volume of service I provide for many, many people.
Well, how many people?
I've done 100 and something or other.
No, that's. And when at Iain Lee Quotes is a genuine Twitter feed where I'm constantly reminded of my mistakes.
Oh yeah.
What are you listening to a show a day then?
I can usually do about 2 a day.
Flipping out! Are you not working?
Yeah, I've earphones.
What job? You must be a postman.
No, I'm a project manager. So basically,
project manager.
I know it's very, very vague, isn't it?
Yeah, go on.
Basically, I leave my house and I've got an hour and a half commute, and then I work for several hours in a place where I can listen to on headphones, and then I've got an hour and a half back. So I've got more than ample opportunity to listen.
Have you got to the episode yet where Frank Sidebottom comes on and my producer at the time, Davis, didn't find him funny and I told him off on air?
Do you know what? The whole reason why I'm doing this is I was wondering where the Frank Sidebottom ones were, because they were my favourites. That one, the later one when they came in, actually the tribute one where you left the mics open so all the music came on the podcasts.
Oh yeah, I did that. We played. That was the night he died, I guess. Was it the actual night he died?
It may have been the day after. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But that's why I started doing it, and then I sort of got into it because people liked it.
Well, listen, I appreciate you doing it. I find it weird that you do it, but then I do weird things to support, the things and people that I like. So I'm never gonna, I appreciate it. It leaves me scratching my head, but it makes me chuckle as well.
Yeah, it does. It's nice that you like to retweet the odd one, and that you like or you notice. Yeah. But you don't do them all, and it's not sort of like, oh God, he's done it. Here's today's like or retweet. You only do ones that you seem to like or strike a chord.
It's funny, a lot of them I don't remember, but then the ones that I like or retweet are the ones where I go, oh God, we got away with that. I remember that. But it's funny. Well, is it funny? I suppose if you were reminded of things from 6, 7, 8 years ago that you did in your project managing job, would you necessarily instantly be able to remember them?
Oh, no, it's like I struggle with names. I work with people, but I don't know the names. And I've worked with them for 6, 7 years, and I've just got a terrible memory like that.
When are we going to make name badges compulsory? Remember the first day at school, everyone wore a name badge. Well, and then the second day, everyone took them off. And I'm thinking, what? Who? No, I've got no idea. I just can't do names. As you know, I suffer from facial dyslexia. So it is, it's just something I'm never going to get to grips with.
I would say probably, let's see, Trump will get elected next week. He'll come in January. The world will end February for sane people, so probably February 12th.
Trump's definitely going to win, isn't he?
Scarily, he's getting more and more likely that he's going to be getting there.
I think he's going to win, the Brexit. This Brexit thing is going to get a whole lot nastier than it is now. The fact that the front page of the Daily Mail is the picture of those 3 judges. And the headline is "Enemies of the People." Well, no, observers of the law. They followed fury over out-of-touch judges who defied 17.4 million Brexit voters. Well, no, they are observing the law of the country. Brexit is still going to happen. I'm sure it will. Yeah. But they're just observing the law, and I think it's really mean. But the front page, I just think it's. There's a tone in that's like, if you see them, give them a kick up the arse.
Well, that's Daily Mail all over, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think it's. I just think, I think Trump's going to win, and I think the next 10 years going to be miserable. They're going to be miserable, and they're going to be tense, and they're going to be bigoted. And I'm not saying that all Trump voters are bigots. Not saying everyone that voted Brexit is a bigot, but. If you are a bigot, you will vote Trump and you will have voted Brexit. And the next 10 years, I just think, are going to be absolutely mean and horrible and miserable.
There's definitely going to be a new Cold War.
Yeah. At best, it's going to be a Cold War. At worst, it's going to be a nuclear one.
And whatever happens on the day after, you're going to get Jonathan ringing up and on the line for 3 hours cackling.
You're absolutely right. Dom, thank you very much. You are at Iain Lee Quotes. You are our I. We need J and we need a K. J.K. Rowling's listening. She can claim both of those, but she's the only person I'd allow that to do. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Late night Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
0344 499 1000. J, K, L. Get calling, guys. But back to Colin Fernandez's science story about a long worm. What someone done found. Every gardener has churned up a wriggling worm or two while digging their flower beds. But you might need a shovel rather than a trowel to lift this gargantuan specimen. You know when they put a measurement in the newspaper? Is that the real measurement? Is that actually 16 inches? Right, okay. Scientists believe that the earthworm is the biggest ever to surface in the UK. The 15.7 inch, it's not even 16 inches, creature is 3 times longer than an average British earthworm and tips the scales at 4 pounds. No, only joking. 26 grams is nothing. Nearly the weight of £3 coins. Paul Rees, a keen gardener from Widnes, Cheshire, was tending his vegetable patch when he spotted the monster. Yeah, go on. I think someone's trying to cheat the system here, but we'll destroy them on air. It is officially known as Lumbricus terrestris, but has been christened Dave by Mr. Rees's stepson George. Mr. Rees, I used to know Paul Rees. It couldn't be the same Paul Rees, could it? No, of course not. We're looking for J's, guys. We're looking for J's. Is he called in as a K or a J? The one we've got lined up. Catherine, hello. Is he a J or a K? K. Okay, well, we need a J. Mr. Rees emailed the... Here we go. We found the guys. Has emailed the Earthworm Society of Britain, based at London's Natural History Museum, after discovering Dave last month, and sent in the specimen. Emma Sherlock. These people are actual heroes. These people that do stuff like this. We're waiting for a J, guys. We're stuck on a... Aren't we all waiting for a J? Huh? Kids, you know what I mean when you're waiting for a J? Huh? Yeah? You know what I mean? Waiting for that J to come round, eh? Yeah? And then the person in front of you has bogarts it and... Hey! Drugs, eh? Don't do them. Emma Sherlock, the Society's chairman, said, "When I opened up the Tupperware box, I just said, wow! I was expecting a normal-size earthworm. I was blown away. Bloody hell." She added, "Not only is it really long, it's almost twice as heavy as any other wild earthworms." Worms can live for 8 years. Imagine that. 8 years of worms. Is it true if you cut them in half, they grow into 2 worms? I think it's true. Let's look at the worm facts. They've got a box of facts here. Let's find out if that's true. Oh, no, here we go. Contrary to myth, cutting a worm in half will not lead to 2 worms growing. Only the top half lives on. OK, well, that's disappointing. Earthworms... Flippin' heck. How many hearts has an earthworm got if an earthworm could have hearts? 5. 5 hearts. 3 more than Doctor Who. Worms come to the surface when it rains, otherwise they drown. They do not have lungs. They also do not have teeth, but grind rotting leaves in their gizzards. We're going to do a little bit of a house... Oh! A J is going on. Someone has got so bored listening to this rubbish. that they've called in. We think we might have a J lined up. K's and L's, guys. K's and L's. John, what took you so long?
Well, I mean, I thought yesterday with you I was burdening you with my life's problems, and I thought if there was another J that was willing to call up, I'd give them a crack of the whip.
Well, John, listen, it's always good to talk to you. You're the third caller this evening who has been very much, I'll let someone else take this glory, this credit. And I think that you're what's wrong with this country.
I think so. Not that. I'm a liberal intellectual who voted for Brexit, but let's not talk about that.
Wowzers, you're a contradiction in terms.
I am, yeah. I was being... Now, you're a celebrity. Are you aware of the grime artist Big Nasty?
Say his name again?
Big Nasty.
I'm aware of Big Nasty, yes.
He's great, isn't he?
I don't know his music, but I've heard the name Big Nasty.
And I mean, you've seen him, right? He's quite big and nasty.
I've not seen him.
He's a big lad. If you ever Google him, he's a very funny guy, though. And the reason I mention him is because he's got one rap lyric where he goes, "Yo, and certain man ain't loyal, so we're warring like Americans for oil." And I wasn't being too loyal tonight because I had you both on the go. I had you and another presenter.
Nicholas Abbott?
Ting.
Yeah. Oh, no, well, listen, I don't mind if you split. He's good. He's the one person I don't mind losing audience to. But to Sonny and Shay, what?
Okay.
Well, we got... Okay, John. What you got planned this weekend, John?
Oh, just a bit of work, just work stuff. I'll tell you this, Sonny and Shay, I don't have any plans of meeting them this weekend, but I did once send them a text that made them chuckle. I said to them, pleading faux naivete, I said, are you Sonny and Shay off the sitcom The Family? I thought it was a very funny comedy show. And the husband laughed. I forget which one's which, genuinely.
Yeah.
Who's called Sonny and who's called
Sonny
Shay?
is the man and Shay is the woman.
Okay, so then Sonny laughed.
Yeah.
The husband laughed.
Good.
Because it was quite... I mean, you probably had to be there at the time. It was a little amusing anecdote. You know them, I think you said. You met them.
No, I've never met them. I've worked on the same station as them. And don't open with that one, John. I don't think it will go down well. Let's go to Keith.
All right, mate.
Sorry?
All right, mate.
Now, Keith, you've called in for Kay.
Yeah, man. First time caller, all right?
It's funny because we've got do you know how radio works, Keith?
No, don't know.
Okay, I'll tell you, shall I?
Yeah, go on.
We have a phone system here called Phone Box.
All right, yeah.
And it has 10 lines on it.
Yeah.
And when it comes up, the number flashes up, and Catherine answers it, and if someone's called in before,
yeah,
it will have their name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
So you're barbecue.
No, man, I'm Keith.
What?
I thought maybe Katia was phoning or something.
You've just suddenly gone black in the last 2 seconds.
Hey, man, don't be racist for me, don't be like that.
You're right, actually. I should make it clear. Black people are more than welcome to call this show. I've seen through your facade, Keith. No, we're not having it. We need a K. 0344 499 1000. We need a K, guys. Keith was the barbecue guy. It flashed up on the screen. 0344 499 1000. Normally, we can't get rid of Katia. Tonight, the night that we need her, she's can't be bothered to call in. Let's go through the names. A is for Andrea. B is for banana. B is for barbecue. C is for Caddick. D is for Dana. E is for Eben. F is for Foggy. G is for Grunty. H is for Hannah. I is for Iain Lee Quotes. J is for John. K. I'm suddenly really, really hungry. I know why I'm hungry. I went for because I said I went for a steam, right? Because I'm getting bunged up, and you can hear me sniffing away, and it's frustrating knowing I'm at the start of a cold. I'm at the start of a cold. It can only get worse from here, and I went for a swim after the steam, and I like. I sort of think I like swimming until I start swimming. And then I think, oh, this is really boring. Swimming is so dull and such hard work. It's so tough just to keep going. Isn't that right, Carl?
Hello.
Carl?
Yes.
You want to be Kay?
Yeah, I just thought I'd help you out because you were struggling a bit, so...
Well, did it sound like I was struggling?
Well, maybe a little bit.
How do you spell Carl?
With a K.
Here we go. That'll do for me, Carl.
Okay.
You don't... Are you off?
Yeah, I've got to go, sorry. I just thought I'd help you out and then leave.
Where are you going?
Love you and leave you. Bye.
Okay, that was weird, isn't it? Nice one. We got Carl, right. Hijkl. We've got 2 L's. We'll do them after the news. So I went for a swim, and I always think, a swim will be nice. Don't need any more L's calling in. We've got 2 already. A swim would be nice, but once you start swimming, it's really hard work and dull. What are you supposed to think about when you're swimming? Why? I don't even know what you're supposed to think about. There's nothing to think about. I'm not a particularly good swimmer. I'm quite slow and I find it exhausting and my legs are aching as a result of it and I'm starving hungry despite having had a giant Nandos. But I wonder I just don't get it. It's fun going with the kids and all that, but I just don't get swimming. Maybe we'll talk about swimming being incredibly overrated in the next hour. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We need an M and an N calling in, please. I'm Iain Lee. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB. Access all radios.
Talk Radio. Give it some lip. Talk Radio.
Another hour of this to go. We're not going to do straight to air tonight. We had that on Tuesday. 0344 499 1000. We've got 2 L's. We've got an M. We need an N. Now would be an excellent time to call in. I'm Iain Lee. This is Talk Radio.
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Now here's a surprise. I know that you have, 'cause there's magic in my eyes. I can see for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. Oh yeah. If you think that I don't know about the little tricks you play and never see you when deliberately you put things in my way, well, here's a poke at you. You're gonna choke on it too. You're gonna lose that smile, because all the while I can see for miles and miles. I can see for miles and miles. I can see for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. Oh yeah. You took advantage of my trust in you when I was so far away. I saw you holding lots of other guys, and now you've got the nerve to say that you still want me. Well, that says maybe, but you've gotta stay on trial, because all the while I can see for miles and miles. I can see for miles and miles. I can see for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. is a surprise. I know that you have, 'cause there's magic in my eyes. I can see for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. Oh yeah. The Eiffel Tower and the Taj Mahal are nice to see on clearer days. You thought that I would need a crystal ball to see you right through the haze. Well, here's a poke at you. You're gonna choke on it too. You're gonna lose that smile, because all the while I can see for miles and miles. I can see for miles and miles. I can see for miles and 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 miles.
Oh, yeah.
I can see for miles and miles. I can see for miles and miles. I can see for miles and miles. I can see for miles.
I just think she's brilliant. Absolutely, unbelievably brilliant. She's doing a show. She's on the show on Monday because she's playing a show. I think it's on a Saturday. It's either the Saturday then or the... I'm not sure. We'll find out the dates and we'll tweet all the links. I think she's only doing one show. And it's Petra Hayden, and she's absolutely phenomenal. Right, alphabet of listeners. We need to get a move on, guys, because we're going to get stuck. We've got Lee and Louise. Good evening, Lee.
Good evening, boss.
Good evening, Louise.
Hello.
Louise, whereabouts are you calling from?
Nottingham.
Nottingham. Lee, where are you calling from?
Lovely Kent.
Okay, that's 1-0 to Louise. Yes. Louise, what have you got planned this weekend?
Well, I'm trying to get some sleep as soon as this baby goes to sleep.
Oh, yeah! You tweeted me, didn't you?
He's been awake since E.
And I told you to wait your turn. That's exactly what a mum of a newborn baby wants to hear. How old's the baby?
This one's 3 months.
Okay, you say this one. Have you got others?
The other one is 20 months. He's well asleep.
You don't mess around. Well, you do mess around. You don't waste any time messing around.
Yeah, that's the end. That's all of them.
That's it. It's done, is it?
The end.
Two is plenty. I mean, what have you got? Boys or girls?
2 boys.
Yeah. And we got 2 boys, and yes, having a girl would be delightful and wonderful. But there are some people that keep trying until they get the sex that they want, which I think is nuts.
No, because then you end up with thousands.
Well, I don't know.
Can't be doing with that.
I don't know about thousands. I once worked with this guy, and we were talking about, when you got kids, it's great because any awkward silences when you're sat in a room or in a lift or something, you go, "Oh, have you got kids?" And you've got a conversation going. And he was telling me how he had 2 daughters, right? And both times they didn't find out what the sex of their baby was going to be until the baby was born. And when the second daughter came out, he looked at his wife and said, "Oh, I just have to go out and get some air." And he went out to get some air and he cried because it was a daughter and he really wanted a son.
Oh.
That's weird, isn't it?
It is. But you get what you're given.
You do get what you're...
Girls are expensive, though. Can't be dealing with girls.
Why are they so expensive?
You got to pay for weddings, dresses, makeup.
What if one of your sons is gay and they get married? How does that work? This is the problem you see with gay marriage. This is why I'm anti-gay marriage. Because how does that... Who pays for the wedding?
They do.
Just anti-marriage.
Sorry, Lee?
I said I'm just anti-marriage.
Yeah, well, they do. You're right. In that case, fine. In that case, I'm pro-gay marriage. I am completely pro-gay marriage. But boys, you're going to have fun. You're going to have fun, Louise. Constantly fighting and grabbing each other's willies in the bath.
Fair enough.
Hey, fair enough. Yeah, why not?
Do something with your Tuesday night.
Yeah, exactly. Lee, what have you got planned this weekend?
Baking a cake.
Are you actually baking a cake, or are you lying to me?
No, I will be baking a cake.
No one bakes cakes anymore. You can buy them in shops. You can buy them now, and they're cheap.
Well, it's not as much fun, is it?
Who's the cake for?
Me.
You're baking yourself a cake?
Is that so unusual?
Yes!
Oh, right.
Are you going to share it with anyone?
I might do. You coming round?
You're not good. What kind of cake? What kind of cake?
Chocolate.
Okay. Lee, by the way, and I are discussing Lee's appearance at February's performance ring. We're discussing something. Lee's come up with a brilliant idea. Don't say anything, Lee. Keep this under your hat.
No.
Lee's come up with a brilliant idea that we're just trying to get our head around as to how we're going to make it work. And there will be a way to make it work. I'm sure of it. I just need to. I need to have a little think about it. There will be a way to make it work. There is a thing in broadcasting called a lip mic. And what a lip mic is, it's the mics that they use for horse racing. It's a microphone that you press, you hold it right up against your mouth, and you can sort of talk in a... They use it for snooker as well, actually. You know when with the snooker, you hear them, and Steve Davis is... Go. They do that. That's because they're using a lip mic, and because they're probably sat next to some reporters from China and some commentators from the States, and so you can do it that. And I'm wondering if I can get hold of a lip mic and find a way of connecting it. Cass' face is all over the place. Like, what? I think
I think you've given it away now. Anyway.
No, we haven't. No, not at all. Not at all. We just need to. Yeah, I know they've got them here. It's just how we're going to use it. We'll
work on that.
We'll come up with something. Do you know what, guys? I like both of you.
Oh.
You're both L's. You're both going to be L's.
Yay!
Lee and Louise. Louise and Lee. You are L. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Iain.
Good luck with the baby. Good luck with the cake. We need to get a motor on. LM. Will. Good evening, Will. Hello, fella. What you got for us?
Oh, man, what's the topic for tonight? I have no idea. I've literally... just come home this very minute. Well, you can hear the train in the background. I'm getting home.
Turn your radio off, you prune.
What?
What's that in the background?
That was a train.
Was it?
Yeah.
It sounded like talk. It sounded like me talking 7 seconds ago.
Really?
Where have you been then this evening? What have you done this evening that's been so exciting? Did you go out and stuff?
Yeah, pretty much. Late night out, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. Just Friday. I mean, even when I wasn't working evenings, I didn't go out evenings. And now I work evenings. I'm glad I'm working evenings, so I don't have to go out evenings.
I have to say it was good. I don't really meet up with the work crowd, and it was good to meet them tonight. But
well, in that case, that's
nothing to report home about, if I'm honest.
Okay, that's fine. Doesn't have to be a car crash every night, does it?
No.
Well, we're playing alphabet of callers. We're up to M. Are you an M?
I am.
How?
Well, my surname, right, is Millingship, which begins with an M.
Oh, beautiful. Then you own the letter M. By the way, I should say that as well as just being a fun game, you get to own the letter. You actually own the letter M from now on, and if you see it being used, like the McDonald's M, right, the Golden Arches, you are now legally entitled to go into McDonald's and ask for free food, as you've got the copyright on that letter.
Right, okay, fair enough. So, how do I do this? Because I'm actually quite keen to get free food from McDonald's.
Oh, no, it's simple, Will. You just go into McDonald's,
right,
and you say, what would you order in McDonald's? What would you want? If you could have anything you wanted in McDonald's, what would you order?
I'd probably go for the sausage and egg McMuffin.
All right, so you're going at breakfast time, obviously.
Yeah, but I'd like to have it at evenings.
Yeah, well, I suppose... No, that would work. Okay.
Do I have the power to force them to serve me breakfast at 8 p.m?
Yes, you do.
Fantastic.
And by the way, guys, for people with hangovers, when I used to get hangovers, which was a lot, right, the best cure for a hangover is 2 of the large McDonald's hash browns because they're really salty, and a giant Coke because it's wet and it's sugary, and the moisture and the sugar and the salt rebalances your body. Boom, you're back. The game is on. The game is on. Get straight back down the boozer. Boom. Round 2.
All right.
Yeah, Will, you just go in any time you want, at drive-ins as well, and you say, you put your order, they'll say, sorry, sir, that's a breakfast order, we can't fulfil that, and you say, right, well, I'm going to take your golden M. And they'll say, what? And you go, my name is Will Millenship, and they'll look down their list and they'll go, sorry, Mr. Millenship, can you wait a couple of minutes while we cook that for you?
Okay. And is there any way I can make the Coke extra large?
If you take a bucket with you, Will, they will fill buckets for you, and that but it doesn't apply to everyone, of course. But you do own the letter what you are handed. We've got an N. We need an O and a P and a Q. 0344 499 1000. Can we do this before 1 o'clock?
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Right, we're on to N. Evening, James.
Evening. Hip, hip, hip.
Hip, 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 hip. I'm feeling absolutely shattered tonight, James.
So am I. I was debating whether to hang up.
Oh.
Sorry.
You don't apologise. You're well within your rights to. Why are you so tired?
Well, I've like quit my job. I'm going away, and the big work email was sent out today.
What? Hang on. So when did you quit your job?
So I handed in my notice a month ago, but no one said anything for a month, and I didn't know what to say to anyone.
What do you mean? Your colleagues didn't say, "Oh, you're leaving, James. We're going to miss you," or anything?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's lousy.
I know, terrible.
So was today your last day?
No, I've got another week, but no one said anything till like yesterday, and now I was like, oh, I'm going to miss you.
But had you told your colleagues you were leaving? Obviously, you told your boss you were leaving, but had you told your colleagues or anything?
I told a couple, but obviously I didn't want to tread on their toes because quite a few people have been leaving. So.
Oh well, maybe if quite a few people are leaving, maybe they're all just sick and tired of people leaving.
I think so. Yeah, there's quite a few.
How long you been there, James?
Only a year. I'm only a young pup.
Well, for a year, I expect you'll just get a card and nothing else.
Do you reckon? They said they asked what present I'd like today, and I thought, oh, you know.
Well, the thing is, if everyone's leaving, right, they're going to be sick and tired of the whip round.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you've been there a year, I think a card. Tops.
Is that it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm afraid I would have thought so. If you get more than that, let us know. But I would be very, very surprised.
Oh well, that's very disappointing. I was hoping for at least a present.
No, mate. Well, look, you've got to earn a present. A year doesn't earn you a present.
Why not?
Because he's not been there long enough. What are you off to? Where are you going?
I'm going travelling.
Well, then you don't want any presents because you don't want to carry stuff around with you.
That's true, but I still want some sort of gratitude for my hard work for a year.
You know what the gratitude is? It's your salary.
I don't know.
Well, what do you want from them then? What do you expect?
No, I actually don't. I don't expect anything. To be fair,
you expect a big bottle of champagne or something, don't you?
No, just, a few tears.
A few tears?
That would be nice.
Yeah, so tears would be nice, but they'll have forgotten your name, by Monday morning after you've gone.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So you're going travelling, where are you going?
Asia, and then off to Australia after that.
Why?
Well, because we're all dying, so,
Sorry?
We're all dying, so you've got to make the most and see as much of the world you can.
We're all dying?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we are, technically, very slowly.
Yeah, slowly, but, it's happening.
By the way, we've got a P. We need an O to call in before we can get to the P. 03444991000, because James is going to grab the N in a second.
I'm going to die.
But why? And you're going to die. But why Australia?
Well, why not?
Is it because weed is legal in some parts of it?
No, that's not it at all. No.
But, you know, that makes it a bit more attractive, doesn't it?
No, not at all. It's the boo. No.
Australia is one of those places that's never really appealed to me.
Oh, don't say that, because I respect your opinion, so I'm not going to go there now.
Well, no, go. Don't cancel.
I'm not going. I'll cancel the trip.
All right, fine. Stay on in your. What is your job?
I was a medical writer, but no longer.
A medical writer?
Yeah, a medical writer.
Writing about what?
Yeah, like toothpaste and that. The big stuff.
Toothpaste ain't medicine.
Well, yeah, you back to GSK.
Sorry?
Sorry?
Have I heard of JFK?
No, GSK.
Oh, GlaxoSmithKline.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I thought you'd know that.
Yeah, of course I know that. I'm a man of the world. And so what would you write about toothpaste?
Well, whatever, you know. I don't want to say too much for... don't want to... Well, I say I don't want to get sacked, but I've already gone, but I don't want to...
Did you have to write, like, puff pieces about toothpaste?
Yeah, kind of.
Fair play. Hey, listen, fair play.
I don't want to spoil the magic of the
of the toothpaste.
Yeah, you know.
James, how come your name is James? How are you claiming this N?
Well, because that's my surname, isn't it?
Oh yeah, go on. What's your surname?
You don't know? I thought it was passed on to you.
No. Just it is. It's typed on the screen, James. But I'm trying to create a little bit of tension and magic here. This is called the reveal. Yeah, it says on my screen, James bracket Noldret. Yeah, so I know your name, but this is theatre, James. This is theatre of the mind. We are creating tension and heightened emotion. Well, no, it's not. So, James, your name is James. J is gone. How come you're claiming an N?
Well, I mean, you've just said my surname.
Oh, for crying out loud, James. I'm creating more magic.
I'm trying to add to the magic with you.
Third time lucky. So, James, you know that J is gone. That's gone to John. How come you're trying to claim N?
Well, because that's my surname, Noldret. So, you know.
Oh, brilliant! I did not know that.
I didn't think you did. So
no, I didn't.
I'm glad you're surprised as I am.
I'm so surprised. Flipping heck!
And I'm a first-time caller as well, so it's all adding up.
You've done a great job, James. Hey, listen, let us know when you what present you get when you leave. I bet it's just a card.
Oh no.
Let us know.
I will let you know.
Nice one, man. Thanks a lot. You've been a good sport. 0344 499 1000. We've got a P lined up, but we can't go to the P. We can't have a P until we get an O. Right, guys? We can't have a P until we get an O. So, 0344 499 1000. Hey, Black Friday's coming soon again. When is Black Friday? Black Friday's rubbish, isn't it? It's just people beating each other up over a crap TV that a make that no one's ever heard of. That's all that Black Friday is. Spending on Black Friday bargains is expected to soar by almost 40% despite a history of queues, crushes and violence. It's Black Friday. All Black Friday is good for is TV crews set up outside Lidl and Argos, watching people literally slug it out over things. I'm gradually getting to the point I'm at the point in my life when I realise I don't need or want things. I'm not yet at the point in my life where I can get rid of my things. I may never be at that point, but I know I don't need them, and for the most part I don't want them, but I like having them. Isn't that dumb? Yes. That's all Black Friday does. It's more things. I don't want things. This Christmas, I'm going to say, I don't want anything. At most, like a book or something. But even then, I kind of prefer it if you got like a second-hand book for a penny on Amazon. Do you know? New research suggests spending will reach £2.9 billion over the weekend of Black Friday to Cyber Monday. In between, it's Stupid Saturday and Sunday. The rise of the American import. We're waiting for an O. We cannot proceed until we get an O. LMNO. Penny, you're just going to have to wait. The rise of the American import is remarkable, as it appears to be hated by many shoppers and retailers alike. Some resent an American tradition being brought to Britain. It falls on November the 25th this year, the first Friday after Thanksgiving. You wait. In the next 5 years, Thanksgiving is going to start to be a thing in this country. We've got all the others. We've got the American Christmas, which I'm a fan of. We've got the American Halloween, which I'm a fan of. Thanksgiving is going to be a thing over here. I guarantee it. In the States, it's seen as the starting gun for the Christmas shopping season and is now touted as the same thing over here. However, the event has been mired in controversy. 2 years ago, police chiefs criticised supermarkets, like Tesco and Asda, for failing to have enough security to cope with queues, crushes and violence as shoppers fought over cheap TVs. Black Friday has been a disaster for many retailers. It focuses store and online spending on the final weekend of November rather than spreading purchases in the run-up to Christmas. 0344 499 1000. Penny, you're going to have to wait. We can't carry on until we get an O.
The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
Late night Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
03444 491,000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, hang on a second. Penny, I can't process your P until we have an O. So I don't know what we're going to do about that, Penny. Is there any way, Penny, that you could claim an O?
If I go for my proper name, it's got an O in the middle of it.
Well, hang on, in the middle of your name?
Well, near the end of it, Penelope.
Well, that's stretching things
a long way.
A little bit too far. Wouldn't it be a shame to come a cropper just because all of the O's, the Orlandos, and
there must be an Oliver. There must be an Oliver or an Olivia or something like that.
Where's Roland Orzabel from Tears for Fears when you want him?
Or get Barry to ring in and be an old git.
I tell you what, I will accept an old man or an old woman or an old child or the Irish.
Get Barry or Dennis to be your old man, then.
Well, they have to call in. The thing is, we can't call out. My sister got in touch for the Jays saying, get someone from the team to call me, guys. We can't call out. This isn't a call-out show, guys. This is a call-in show. And we are nothing if we are not honourable when it comes to that. So, Penny, I cannot proceed with the alphabet until we get an O. What other O's could
old
we?
Man.
Old man, old woman, old child, oh blimey.
Or you is the other one.
What?
Anyone who gets referred to as or you by their other
Or
half.
you, yeah, we'll have that. An O'Reilly.
Or someone who's O'Leary or O'Toole or something.
Yeah, a tool. We'll take a tool. So we'll have to wait and see. This is awkward. So I've done that thing again where I've worn too thick a top. I'm going to get the next few months are going to be tricky, right? Because it's proper cold out there now. So in the day I'm wearing a fairly thick top, which is great because I've been out and about, you know, with the boys and stuff like that, and waiting outside schools to collect them. But then when I come here, even though the studio is set to cool, it's still too hot for me, and I should really just be in a thin shirt or thin T-shirt.
I'll take your big warm jumper. I'm frozen now. I've got out from under my duvet. So.
Oh, yeah. Life is hard, isn't it?
It's tough.
Life is hard on
Definitely
the boulevard.
Tough.
As a violent man once said to me. We'll just have to wait, Penny, I'm afraid. Are you okay to wait?
Yeah, I guess so.
You can wait. You can hang out and wait with me.
Right, cool.
You don't have to...
We can do that.
Michael has just sent a very, very rude text. That is inappropriate, Michael. That is inappropriate. Deary me. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. There's not really...
We have to make like awkward small talk then until you can properly talk to me. Is that the way it's going to work then?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Oh, here we go. This is what I meant the whole show to be about, and I completely forgot to do it because I couldn't read my writing. You got kids. Their teeth... I've met your kids. Their teeth have fallen out.
You have actually met my kids.
How much did they get per tooth?
We've only had 2 teeth fall out so far, and they got £2 for the first tooth and then £1 per subsequent tooth.
That's all right. A nice an introductory offer. I like that. That's all right. My boys get £1.
For not an extra bonus for the first one?
I don't think they do. No. I mean, it's very exciting.
My youngest hasn't lost any yet, you see. Only the eldest, and she's only lost 2, so...
Yeah, no, they start coming out at a rate of knots.
Well, she had the wobbly ones, like, a year ago.
Yeah.
Like, the first 2 fell out quickly, then loads were wobbly, and then a year later they're still wobbly, or so she claims.
My boy had to have his 2 front teeth taken out really early on. So he was the first kid to have teeth come out, but he had to take... Because he fell over, he was dicking around in the kitchen, and we said, stop running! You will fall over and hurt yourself. He didn't. He slipped on some water. The most amazing fall. He fell down face first, and his 2 front teeth, his baby teeth, bit through his bottom lip, and you could see his bottom lip was hanging off. And this is how nervous, right, I am about calling an ambulance. Me and my wife saw it, and we went, is it worth doing anything about? Should we go to a doctor or? And then we saw it. There was a lot of blood, and then we saw that we could see through it. And I went, do you know what? I'm going to take him to hospital. We're not even going to call an ambulance. And they blah blah blah. They stitched it all up. But what it meant was the 2 teeth died, and he went and had an X-ray, and they were starting to infect the adult teeth because all the adult teeth are in their heads.
They're all in there, aren't
Have
they?
you seen an X-ray of a child's head?
Teeth totally freak me out.
It is really the weird. Honestly, go. You got young kids and they got their milk teeth. Go and get an X-ray of their heads, right? Because the teeth are all up there waiting to come out.
But you see, I lost one of my front teeth when I was only about 18 months old.
Yeah.
Because I was walking along a sofa. My parents had this sofa, old-fashioned 70s-style sofa with, like, slats underneath the cushions. And my foot went down between the cushions, and then it had wooden arms on the sofa, which you only had in the 70s. And I slammed my face down on that and knocked out one of my front teeth when I was 18 months old. So all the photos of me as a kid, I've only got 1 front tooth.
Yeah, no, my eldest, all the photos of him as a kid, he's got no teeth, and it took ages for the adult ones to grow. Stop there, Penny. CJ!
Have we got to know?
My cat's called Oscar, and he's listening to the show. Does that count?
Of course it counts, CJ. I feel bad that you would even ask me. Of course it counts.
There you go.
How old is Oscar?
He's 2 years old.
Beautiful. Hello, Oscar. Describe Oscar to me, CJ.
Black and white.
Beautiful.
Sleeps on my head virtually.
Oh, mate, the cats are the best things. Oscar owns the letter O. CJ, I hope you'll be entrusted to look after it on Oscar's behalf.
I shall do.
Thank you, mate. You're a good sport. There we go. Hey, that was good.
Fantastic.
Penny.
Yay!
That's
I
you.
can claim that now, can I?
You done it, Penny. You done it. Q is going to be tough.
Is the Queen listening? Is she going to call in?
Now, I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm not supposed to give the specifics of my radar figures, but the Queen does listen. We know that, but she tends on a Friday, she tends to either listen to Nick Abbott or Sonny and Shay, as do most
if
most
Nick
other
Abbott
people.
is an option, then that's pretty obvious. But Q, we've got other Qs here. Quincy Jones or
yes.
Paul, who played Quincy at Performance Ring.
We might have to go with that. Are there any names that begin with Q, apart from Qbert? Quilliam?
I can't. I'm trying to think through all the
Queenie
kids
is not a
in
name, Catherine. Queenie is not a name. We'll accept it, though, of course.
I can't think of all the kids at my kids' school and their classes, and I can't think of... There's plenty of weird names, but I can't think of any Qs.
We will, of course, take pets. In the last 20 minutes of the show, we're P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X,
You've got
Y, Z.
a lot of alphabets.
We've only got 10 more letters to go and 20 minutes. That's a letter every 2 minutes. We can do it, Penny.
It's going to be hard work.
Shut up. I've done... Actually, no, it's going to be impossible, isn't it?
Late night, Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
At last, I don't know, 15 minutes of the show, the alphabet of callers. We're all the way up to... We've done P. We need a Q. It can be you, it can be a nickname, it can be a pet. It can be, you know what, it can be pretty much anything, I'm not that bothered. 0344 499 1000. Can we do the alphabet of callers? We've got an R waiting there, but we can't accept his R until we get to Q. So we've got to wait. Pull the other one. The Tooth Fairy is leaving a tasty £6 per nasher under the pillow, but only for children in the northwest. £6 is ridiculous. Some of the kids' friends get £5. Well, you know why? Because they're loaded. No, it's silly, isn't it? That's the equivalent of £120 for a mouthful of milk teeth. But children in Birmingham are being shortchanged with 50p. Well, if that's all they can afford, 50p. That's £10 for a full set. The Tooth Fairy's postcode... This is a brilliant sentence. Whoever wrote this sentence, Ruki Saeed, well done. The Tooth Fairy's postcode lottery is exposed in research that shows nearly all 7-year-olds believe in her. Our Tooth Fairy, the boys, it hasn't happened to the youngest yet, but the eldest leaves notes for the Tooth Fairy and asks questions, and the Tooth Fairy replies and leaves a little note and answers the questions and says that she's been keeping an eye on him. I like the Tooth Fairy. It's a nice one, isn't it? Don't like the film Tooth Fairy. That's rubbish. There is also a north-south divide. She leaves £5 in London. What? £5 in London. And just £1 in Newcastle. Oh, I see, right. Most kids blow the This is a brilliantly written article. This should be the front page. Most kids blow the cash on sweets. While 40% save up for a video game, toys or clothes. 1 in 3 parents confessed the Tooth Fairy had failed to turn up on at least one occasion. I have forgotten to do the Tooth Fairy at some point and then woke up. And luckily, my son hadn't checked when they woke up. And so I was able to, while they're having breakfast, go back. I was able to contact the Tooth Fairy while they were having breakfast, and the Tooth Fairy quickly made an emergency dash to put something in the pillow there. I nearly got in trouble, didn't I? David's on the line. Evening, David.
Good evening. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm disappointed, though, because it looks like we're not going to be able to find a queue for our alphabet of callers.
Well, you've got one now.
WTF?
LMAOF.
What? How? What? Are you a Q?
David Cuther. Quther.
That's not even a name.
No, I made it up.
When did you make it up?
Just when I was trying to speak to the lady beforehand to put me on air, because we've got a question that we needed answered.
Okay.
And we thought you might be able to help us.
Of course I can answer it. Well, Quuther. I'll accept Quuther.
Excellent.
So, what's your question, Quuther?
So the question is that I'm playing in a golf game tomorrow, and I don't really know the game. None of us really know the rules of golf all that particularly well, and we're trying to decide whether or not we should have mulligans allowed. So a mulligan is where you get to have a shot off the tee that doesn't count for anything, and we're having a big argument. And
no mulligans allowed.
No mulligans allowed.
No mulligans allowed, Quuther. Are you men or are you mice? No mulligans allowed.
Did you hear that?
Otherwise, you might have a rule. Might as well have a rule saying, "I tell you what, you can throw the ball."
You can throw the ball if you want a mulligan.
No. Who wants a mulligan? Name and shame the mulligan lovers.
His name's James Varley. I'm handing you over to him now.
James?
Hi.
What the hell are you talking about? Mulligans? You want mulligans? Mulligans allowed? For goodness sakes, what are you, a Clinton? You should be a Trump. No mulligans allowed.
It's just helpful if you make a tiny mistake to even
make a mistake on this, and yes, I'm raising my middle fingers and pointing them in your direction.
Did you have a V on your alphabet of names?
No, but we're not anywhere near the V yet. We're at R.
Oh, just because my name's James Barley, so you could. I wonder if you could take it off now.
No. What? Do you know how the alphabet works?
Can I get a mulligan?
Right, guys. Let me speak to Quuther again, please.
Okay, I'll pass you over. Hello?
Mate, he's a loser. Ditch him.
Well, he's on the opposition team, so, that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, you'd be better off if they had, like, a turnip on their side or something. He's bringing...
I agree.
He's bringing you guys down. Mulligans, can you jump to a different letter in the alphabet? Just get rid of him, Quuther. Maybe, I don't want to advocate murder, because I don't, but maybe you could bump him off.
No, well, if it's just a turnip, none of us are fruitarians. So.
Exactly. Thank you, Quuther. I appreciate that. Right, OK. Rashid?
Iain.
Yes, Rashid?
Yes, I want to be the R.
Well, OK, you've got to fight it out against Ray. Away you go.
Oh, go on then. Ray, I want to be the R.
So do I. I've got a song about worms. What have you got?
But look, R-A, yeah, that's alphabetical, isn't it? Then R-A for Rashid, R-A for Ray, R-A-Y for Ray, R-A-S. I win, because alphabetical order.
Okay, Ian's the judge. Ian?
Well, Ray, is that the best comeback argument you've got?
Well, sell it, man. Don't watch The Apprentice. You've got to fight for it. Watch The Apprentice. You've got to fight. When you're in this situation, you've got to fight for it. Come on.
Yeah,
Why should he keep you as Ray?
I've got a song about worms. What have you got?
Is that what you've got?
Yeah, what have you got?
You come in here for The Apprentice for the 25, $250,000, 25,000. Your best chance of that is to go and buy a scratch card. You're fired.
Wow, Rashid, I don't know how you did that, but you've actually cut him off.
Oh.
I don't know how you did that. There was so much passion there that Ray's gone.
Well, I could claim it, can't I? I mean, it's not personal, it's business.
Rashid, you've got the R. Thank you, mate.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. We need an STUs. Start calling. We've got 7 minutes of show left. Should I be slightly concerned? I've just had a phone call. I just had a phone call on my phone from my mum's care home. The last time I had a phone call from my mum's care home at this time of night, she was dying. Should I be slightly concerned about that? We can wait 5 minutes. We can wait 5 minutes and see. It's probably just her phoning up with something. But then I said that last time, and then I didn't check my messages until the next day, and she was dying. I don't think she's dying. I don't know if she's dying. Tense, huh? Let me just check the message. Let me just check the message and see if it's her. Let me just see. Well, they have left a message. Hang on a second. Just bear with me, guys. Just checking the messages. Let's keep our fingers crossed, huh? Hang on a minute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Blimey. She's been taken to hospital again as a precautionary measure. Oh, Struth. Kath, can you come do the last 5 minutes of the show? There we go, look. Take that phone call. Come and do that. I just want to phone up and make sure that she's all right.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, gone. Right, well, let's see. So
where are we at?
We're at S, right?
S.
We need STU. If we've got a stew out there, you could be really helpful right now, and I really love it, and I'd be your best friend forever if you would ring 0344 499 1000.
So technically, if I call, because my last name's Swift, could I technically come up as yes?
Yeah.
Or because I'm involved, because I'm an insider?
I feel like that would be a cop-out, and so far we've not had to use members of the team, have we?
No.
And we've got, how long have we got before we have to
5 minutes.
bail? There must be a Stu who's still up and about.
There's got to be.
Surely.
Any Stuarts out there? Anyone that's related to a Stu? Just
And
call
then,
me your mate.
Right, so if we could have, this is my wish list. I want a Stu.
Yep.
Then I want a Victoria.
Yep.
A Will.
Yep.
X is going to be tricky.
Someone who went to Comic Con dressed as Xena, Warrior Princess.
I didn't see any of them.
Oh.
They might be like...
No, but I'm saying if there is someone out there, they could.
Posh lass called Xanti.
They could work.
Greek.
They could work.
I don't know. So help us out. 0344 499 1000. So far, no stews, which is problematic.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, that's loud in my ear, all that.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
She's in hospital.
Right.
But she's had like a chesty thing, so
right.
And her blood pressure's dropped a bit. So we'll wait and see. It's a worry, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a worry. That's the lady that phoned to take her to the hospital last time when she was actually dying.
Yeah. They're doing their job then. They're keeping.
Yeah. The annoying thing is I'm out tomorrow morning, so I won't get to see her till tomorrow afternoon, and I haven't been to see her for a few weeks actually, so I'm now feeling a bit guilty. Oh well, what you going to do? I'm not going to go there at 1 o'clock in the morning. That would be crazy. Anyway, she's fine. Where are we with the alphabet?
Stu has not helped me out. Do you want to swap? Because you're better off here, and I can sit there if you want.
Yeah, you sit there. Thanks for stepping in.
That's all right.
Cheers, my dears. Right, okay.
I mean, for as much good as it did, and it didn't do any.
Well, we've got a Tony line. Hang on a second. There might be a way we can cheat this. Tony.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Tony. But we need an S.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry, we need an S. Is there any way you could conceivably be an S?
I could wake my partner up. No, actually, I could wake my partner up. He's a Spurgeon.
He's a Spurgeon?
Sturgeon.
Yeah.
Is that a T or a P?
An S.
No, but the second letter.
P for Peter.
Thank you, thank
Spurgeon.
you. Yeah, thank you. You don't need to. Can you take the phone to him so we can hear him snore? We need to know he exists before I can put it down.
Say hello, I'm a Spurgeon.
Say that again.
Say hello, I'm a Spurgeon, Rory. Say hello, I'm a Spurgeon.
Hi.
Say I'm a Spurgeon.
Hey?
I'm a Spurgeon. You're talking to Iain on the radio.
Hi, Ian.
Hey, are you a Spurgeon?
I am, mate.
Brilliant.
That'll
Nice.
do.
Go back to sleep, buddy.
Then we can use Tony. I mean, we can.
Oh, yeah, then we'll have Tony. Brilliant. She totally woke him up.
Oh, Tony, he must love you.
PQRST, we need a UVWX. Magnum. Cruther, what are you back for, Cruther?
Am I ahead of you? You need to go in as a V. Yeah, they're not interested in Stu.
We don't want a V. We want a U. He's gone. Flipping it. Steve, what have you called in for?
I'm waiting to be an X.
Oh.
How are you an X?
Catherine's going to give me a kiss.
Flipping it. That's a little bit creepy, isn't
Bit
it?
forward, isn't it? Not even taking me out for a drink. Buy me a spritzer at least.
Well, we got up to tea. That's not bad. We'll try again on Monday. We won't go again on Monday.
Tea's fine.
Tea's better than I thought. I honestly, I didn't think we'd get past F.
No.
Let's go through the names. And by the way, these people. Let me just take this quickly. Yeah. Yes, line 1.
Hi. I'm Stu.
STU.
Yeah. Well,
but we can include that with you.
No, we can't.
Oh,
Of course we
come
can't.
on.
Stu, you're too late, buddy. You're too late. So here's the new alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
Andrea, Barbecue, Caddick, Dana, Eben, Foggy, Grunty, Hannah, at Iain Lee Quotes, John, Carl, Lee and Louise, Millinship, Naldret, Oscar, Penny, Quuther, Rashid, Spurgeon, Tony, and line 1, you're the last call of the night. Are you a you?
I'm an X.
Oh, you're an ex-caller. Thank you, dear listener. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Catherine. Back on Monday at 10. Ta-ta.
Talk Radio. Digital debate for the UK.
Pick up your phone and talk radio.
We'll get you talking.